right.
All right.
We got to flash through this.
Yes.
And you have a lot of notes. So.
I have way too many notes, but you're back in the saddle, and that makes me really happy because I was not comfortable the last couple of videos.
I'm a bit hoarse, but I can at least speak. So, all right. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Season 1, Episode 18, The Apartment. That sounds great. Open on Jake interrogating a perp about a robbery. Jake says, "Thanks, Dad," to Holt accidentally. The whole squad roasts him for it. Even Holt gets in on the fun. Also the perp. And then the perp admitted to doing the hold up. He's like, "Oh yeah, I lied about not doing the hold up, but you definitely said, Dad, I'm not lying about that," which I thought was hilarious.
It was, but it also kind of matches up with a theme we've been seeing, which I don't know if Jake is just really good at identifying with his perps, but they have a tendency to admit to their crimes just to get in on the joke with Jake.
Yeah. And Jake was like, "Ha-ha!
It was
this was all part of my plan."
Ha ha ha! Yeah.
Which...
It makes you wonder.
Yeah, was it?
No, it wasn't. But...
So on Saturday, they're all called in for evaluations, self-evaluations. They're told to avoid the weekend squad. Jake goes first. He asks for a loan to buy his apartment because his Nana's apartment is no longer rent-controlled and is going co-op. Some backstory on Jake and Gina. They grew up together. She goes with him to try to save the apartment because she cares about it, too, and is useless as Holt's assistant.
Yeah. Holt's like... Jake says, "Gina can come with me," and Holt's like, "No, Gina can't leave.
I need her.
She's been taking notes for all these meetings." She's like, "Oh, yeah, I haven't actually started taking meetings I haven't started taking notes for the meeting yet. I've been doing something else." He's like, "She can go."
Boyle is stressing about a date with Vivian when the weekend crew shows up. Rosa hates a guy that shares her desk. Gina looks at Jake's receipts to see if they can find a way for Jake to afford the apartment. Jake is bad with money. Jake is bankrupt. Jake has a bathtub full of mail. Goes to a loan shark to save the apartment. Amy is next for the self-eval. Holt asks her...
What?
Amy is next for the next self-eval.
Oh, okay.
Holt asks her what her biggest flaw is. She struggles. Boyle and Rosa catch her desk mate shaving at the desk, which she suspected, but he denied. Boyle suggests prancing his locker.
Pranking.
It said prancing. I read what I read, but I read what I saw.
I believe it.
So.
Just took notes quickly.
Yes. So, this is one of those episodes where you see people pairing off.
Yes.
Jake and Gina, Rosa and Boyle. And this is a trend that we've talked about with sitcoms that has become... And I don't know, because I haven't watched a lot of sitcoms in my life, but I love the ones where you get the... Rosa and Boyle, Jake and Gina, like, character building.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Some sitcoms do it well, and some don't. But, yeah. Brooklyn Nine-Nine definitely does it well, and it's always enjoyable. It's noticeable, which kind of goes against the whole, I always forget the term, group cast concept, where there's... Ensemble cast, where there's theoretically no lead character, but, no, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, despite the fact that it definitely has a lead, does it really well.
Yes. So Loan Shark says the full amount is too much, but loans Jake $20,000 as a down payment. Gina tells him it's a bad idea. Boyle and Rosa bond over pranking the locker. Jake drops all the money on the banker, but he doesn't accept it. He returns to the apartment. Gina says they can find him a new apartment. Amy comes back to the self-eval with a list of all her flaws. You wrote his. And that's when I realized, oh my gosh, Hannah is Santiago.
Yeah.
Montage of Jake and Gina looking at apartments. Rosa and Boyle confront Lohank, the desk mate. He tells a sob story, and Rosa and Boyle regroup. Scully and Hitchcock give their self-eval, which goes about how you expect. Terry and Holt catch Rosa and Boyle trying to clean up the locker. Gina offers to buy the apartment and rent it to Jake. Jake is offended because he's supposed to be better than her because she's so weird and, I got you your job and blah, blah, blah. But she's actually good with money.
Yeah.
Back at the precinct, Jake complains to Amy. She asks him for help with the flaw thing, and he reads her list back to her. Boyle apologizes to Rosa for his weirdness. She says he's pretty cool. Terry yells at Holt for the way he treated the squad. Holt commends him for sticking up with the squad. Jake apologizes to Gina. They swap apartments, and Amy finalizes her self-eval. Her biggest flaw is she cares about Holt's opinion too much. End scene.
End episode. Well done. You flew through that.
Episode 19, Tactical Village. Boyle is handing out STDs. Save the dates. For his and Vivian's wedding. They all laugh about it, except Scully, who admits to having an STD. I say, Jake isn't the best man?
It was actually Hitchcock. I wrote Scully, but it was Hitchcock. I always get them mixed up.
Confused, yeah. At the morning meeting, Jake says, Happy Tactical Village Day to everyone. They get to field test new weapons, and there are fun themes. Jake wants to win coolest kill. Holt tries to get Gina to do her job. She is distracted by a phone game like Candy Crush, Quasi Cupcakes. She explains it to Holt. On the bus, Jake is excited and has a character he's playing, tries to be sexy. Boyle calls Jake out on his flirting with Amy. At Tactical Games, Terry's babysitter is busy the day of Boyle's wedding, and he's complaining about this to Rosa, and it comes out that, Rosa wasn't invited. At the precinct, Gina catches Holt playing Quasi Cupcakes. Holt says he won't get addicted. At the Tactical Village, Amy runs into Teddy, a cop from another department she went to camp with, who I believe shows up in other episodes.
Oh, yeah. We'll see him.
Yeah. They dated a bit the former year. Jake cares, and Boyle mocks him. Jake, I love guns. I'm going to be such a good dad. Amy, not even going to touch that. Jake, the Amy Santiago story.
An offshoot of the title of your sex tape trope.
Rosa tests out a sonic wave gun on Boyle because she's pissed.
Yeah.
At the precinct, Gina finds Holt playing Quasi Cupcakes in the restroom. More Teddy and Amy flirting, and Jake being jealous. Terry calls Rosa out on her abuse of Boyle because she keeps abusing him.
She's been shooting him a lot with various weapons.
As Tactical Village almost starts, Jake tries out his character, Rex Buckingham. Teddy's squad sets a course record, so Jake starts taking it seriously. Terry pairs Boyle and Rosa, and Amy and Jake. More Holt and Gina stuff. He admits to having a problem. She cures him by comparing him to Hitchcock. During the games, Rosa calls Boyle out. They patch things up. Jake takes out the last two perps in record time with Scully's upside-down gun move. Amy goes on a date with Teddy. Boobs, fart, boobs, whatever.
Boobs, fart, boobs, whatever.
Boyle gives Rosa an STD. At the after party, Gina and Holt bond over the game, and Boyle and Jake discuss Amy. Want to know why she went out with Teddy? Because he asked her out. Damn, Boyle.
Boyle being a G sometimes, man.
Rosa talks to Vivian. She had no problem with the invite. Boyle lied to Rosa. Boyle had told Vivian that Rosa...
Right, yeah, okay, sorry.
That Rosa couldn't go because she was going to be out of town. Jake buys himself a trophy and tells Amy to enjoy her date.
Because he didn't get coolest kill, so he was like, turns out these trophies are like $5.
But he was gonna try to tell Amy how he felt, but then he found out that Amy was going on a date. You had Boyle in the background just hearing it, and
yeah, some good background acting there.
Yeah.
Tequila and tonics, by the way. Delicious.
Tea.
Tea.
Tea. Tea.
Thank you, Isaac.
Sweet baby boy. Even if he's a little terror right now.
But he was sweet tonight.
He was sweet tonight. It depends on the night.
His dinner consisted mostly of a free sample from Quick Trip. Yes!
Episode 20. Fancy Brudgum. At the precinct, Terry, Amy, and Gina are coordinating a diet. It's fucking ridiculous.
Absurd. It's one of those, like, delivery meal plan things, but it's like...
That doesn't take into account anyone's actual body.
Right, yeah. Just eat this and you'll be healthy. And it's like 3 nuts, a slice of fruit, and or I don't know, something else, and a grape.
And a grape. Stupid. Don't do it. It's terrible.
Yeah. Listen to your body.
Jake and Amy discuss Boyle asking him to be the best man. Called it.
So, yeah, in the last episode, we were like, oh, Jake wasn't asked to be the best man. That's weird. But we get a flashback to the previous night at the after party, and Boyle had put a bow tie in Jake's drink to ask him to be the best man. So, yeah.
It's a great feeling to be asked. Alicia did it to me, and it was great. So,
I wouldn't.
You were Daniel's best man.
I was Daniel's. Yeah, I was. That's true.
You went camping for your bachelor party.
And we played video games.
Camping?
No, not while camping, but we did play video games. That was great.
And somehow you ended up being a groomsman in Alicia's wedding also.
Fantastic. Was a shock, and I absolutely was so honored and loved it.
Anyway. Boyle gave Jake a magazine called Fancy Brudgum, Danish for best man. Jake is dedicated to being the best man for Boyle, despite Boyle's ridiculousness. Rosa meets with Holt. She ridiculed an officer for poor paperwork, and he filed a complaint against her. Jake and Boyle are doing the wedding shopping thing, more diet stuff. Hitchcock and Scully's 70s flashback doesn't fit with their later flashback.
Yeah, in the later seasons, there's a whole episode dedicated to Hitchcock and Scully's work in, like, the 70s or whatever, and they were, like, really fit and, like, these kind of womanizing, kind of typical 70s cop show cops.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it was great. Oh, you loved it, too.
I'm sure I did. I don't remember it.
It was a fantastic episode, but, yeah, they were, like, really fit and good looking and everything like
that. So Jake and Boyle are doing the wedding shopping thing. Oh, wait, I already did that. Gina shows up to the diet with the Sloppy Jessica, which is a binging with Babish video, which we are going to watch.
Yes.
Jake and Boyle tasting shawarma. More binging with Babish. Turns out Vivian asked Boyle to retire when they get married because she got a job in Ottawa.
Right.
Boyle says they can't discuss him not wanting to move to Canada. Says they've never fought. That's not healthy.
Nope.
Back on Rosa and Holt, her apology is not going well. They have a contest on being straight-laced. Hitchcock crushes Amy's lunch of an almond that she had been sucking on for hours.
Yeah.
She hopes he has many aneurysms. More Jake and Boyle stuff. Boyle is convinced to talk to Vivian. Gina taunts Terry with ice cream. Amy bailed on the diet. Terry's the last one left in their diet bond. Rosa fails her apology to the cop kid. Meanwhile, Boyle makes Jake talk to Vivian about the Canada thing. Jake resists. They discuss it in the bathroom. Gina and Amy discuss the diet with Terry and ask him to drop it. Jake discusses Canada with Vivian. They get into an argument. It comes down to Boyle. He caves and yells at Jake. Back on Rose and Holt. Her apology went poorly. I noted snowflake culture. The cop isn't tough enough. Like, you yelled at me in front of my friends.
Yeah. You're a cop, buddy. Like, bullying, whatever, you can feel the way you feel about it, but if you're an officer of the law, you need to be able to deal with somebody calling you out in front of your peers.
Whether it's warranted or not.
Whether it's warranted or not, you need to be able to deal with that because perps are going to do that, and you need to not have an emotional reaction to it.
Yep. Sadly, they did not go in that direction.
No, they didn't.
I respect the direction they went, but no, you need a fucking backbone.
Yeah.
Oh, you made fun of me in front of my friends. Well, what are you going to do when a perp does it?
Right. Are you going to get too emotional that you can't make the arrest? Are you going to get too emotional that you shoot him? Like, none of these things are good.
No, they're not. Especially in this culture.
Right. Cops are in a weird position right now.
But Holt tells Rosa she's the leader, so act like one. It wasn't the direction I wanted it to go, but I don't hate the direction it went, if that makes sense.
Right. Oh, it's fine.
So we got Jake and Amy discuss Boyle. Jake bailed his best man. Amy tells him to go fix it. Jake gives Boyle a baton to the knee to make him see reason. Rosa apologizes to cop kid for not showing him how to correct his mistake. So that's the direction they went, where, yeah, you screwed up, but let me show you how to not screw up. I respect that, but I also
fair.
think that him getting called out was very much needed.
Mm.
If you're a cop for a precinct, especially in Brooklyn,
right, and
you need a fucking backbone.
Episode 1 was Jake getting called out for not being good at paperwork. You know? Mm-hmm. So, and that's what Rosa was calling this guy out for.
Yeah.
Poor paperwork. So, it matters. Like, you need to get called out for this. They went in a don't ridicule, but correct. Okay, fair.
But again, you're out in the field.
Yeah, you need to be able to, like you said, you need to have a backbone.
So Jake and Boyle discuss things. He's making Boyle discuss Canada with Vivian. Amy, Gina, and Terry discuss the diet. Terry's doing it in solidarity with his wife, who had recently given birth to twins, and she's feeling self-conscious about her body. And he's like, I don't know why, because she's still super attractive to me. Terry is the best.
Terry is the absolute best.
Well, and you're the best.
And Terry Crews is, like, the best, too. Like,
he overcame
some shit.
Some stuff.
And he's, like, he's just a really good guy.
Yeah, you say Terry is the best example of a dedicated husband and father. I love it. Jake makes Boyle discuss Canada with Vivian. 5 hours later, Boyle said it went okay. She didn't dump him. They share whiskey and cigars. The whiskey is spicy. And we're done.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it's
20 minutes.
11:57 and we have way too much drink left.
So we failed in our attempt to be done before midnight. But
say a prayer because I have to get up early. I absolutely have to.
okay.
Because I have to cut my hair. You need the haircuts too.
I actually do. It doesn't look that way now because I need a shower. So it's not as poofy.
So tomorrow is our last night together for a few days.
Yeah.
And it will also be
Loki, yes! We will be doing Loki.
some new content.
Woohoo!
Super excited.
So that'll be fun.
Of course, I'm a little whatever because I saw some headline article that I didn't click on. Which talked about Loki is gender fluid.
I saw one that said Loki is Marvel without the mischief or something like that. And I'm like, well, that's too bad, but we gotta let it play out. And as far as a gender fluid thing, I mean,
He's the god of mischief.
people apply what they want to these things.
Yeah.
He probably shapeshifted into a female at one point, and they just, like, ran with it.
Because indoctrination.
Woo! Let's normalize horse shit. Yeah. I've had too much to drink to comment. If this was a publicly posted video,
You'd be canceled.
I'd be so hashtag canceled. But I'm not popular enough for that, so it's okay.
The cancel culture is just out of control.
So fucking stupid. They're coming for comedians, and it's like that was supposed to be the last thing that could survive whatever. Like, jokes are jokes, and they should be allowed to happen because they're just plays on our society. But no, nothing is sacred. Everything can be canceled, and yeah, not allowed to have a laugh.
No.
I hate it. I absolutely fucking hate it.
You know that there are schools, colleges that are now colleges, universities that for their classics department are cutting out Latin and Greek because sorry. Because the students coming into it are underprivileged and have not had Greek and Latin basis, so let's just cut it out completely, because like you can actually teach classics without it.
So let's not educate people because they haven't had prior education into the class you're teaching?
Yeah. That's the level we're at right now.
We're canceling dead languages.
Yeah.
We are actually erasing history now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, and it's been happening.
I know.
Taking down statues, and I mean they want to erase Abraham Lincoln.
Like, I knew it was happening, but I'm still shocked that it's happening, you know?
George Washington and Abraham Lincoln are being canceled. We already knew Thomas Jefferson was being canceled.
Sure, yeah. Because I know. But holy fucking shit, dude.
You want to see racism? Sorry, but it's happening to white, cis, straight males.
History books are actually being rewritten.
Oh, yeah.
We can't even correct our society based on history because history is being removed.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
How long until Martin Luther King is canceled?
Yep. Not long.
Because he and his...
Hashtag, he was a womanizer, guys.
Was he?
Yeah, Martin Luther King, yeah.
Oh. But his daughter is staunchly pro-life.
Yeah, that'll probably do it first.
Yep.
Because it doesn't matter if you did something influential and made a difference. What matters is unrelated things in your life that made people dislike you. So let's just remove all your works. Okay.
I remember seeing that with Shakespeare. Ancient Greek writers who, for the most part, were all into, the gay sex, but it was his, boys. We're coming full circle.
We are. We have been for a while. I mean, hell. Didn't, of all people, Eddie Izzard call it out 20 years ago? Called us the new Rome? And now, for some reason, Eddie Izzard is feeding into that culture.
Well, of course he is, because he's not transgender, but transsexual, which is different than transgender.
We gotta have a label for everything, right? And a color. We have to have a color for everything. Did you know Skittles put out gray Skittles?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Because color doesn't matter.
No, because there are more important rainbows right now. That was their message.
So, my birthday is in June. I used to love June. I now hate it.
They've canceled cultured your birthday.
They have. Oh, Alyssa had this great... She shared this great post. I want to see if I can find it.
I'll rant. Cancel culture is horse shit. And everyone that feeds into our current...
In Catholicism, pride is a sin. The rainbow is a symbol of God's promise to the human race. And June is the month we devote ourselves to the Sacred Heart of Jesus.
Yeah. So, screw all of y'all in society. Everything that you're trying to make happen this month is
It's all
nonsense.
based on a sin.
It's all based off sin. Every last bit of it.
Pride Month. Pride is the top of the 7 deadly sins.
Yep.
It is.
Very top of your premise is wrong inherently.
And I pray so hard.
That's all it's left to do. Nobody's listening to us. We can't make a statement. We can live a faithful life and hope to influence people one-on-one. But society is blind. There's no public statement that's going to go well right now. So we go into our underground, we hide in our hole, and we pray. But we're a bit off topic.
So yeah.
Cheers.